Guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be making US state flags and Canadian provinces. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you do that, we'll be able to make more content like this for you guys. So on to the third state. I don't know. I think this is Albuquerque. How's this the flag? What even is this? Well, I don't know what this flag is. I'm just gonna put it in the sheet here because I don't know what this flag even is. There's Albert's flag. I don't know if they're gonna have the modern Utah flag or any of the. They might still have old Mississippi's flag, but I hope they always. Utah still haven't fully changed theirs yet. But I think they probably would have modern Mississippi. Anyway, on to the third real state. Alabama's flag. It's pretty much like the Spanish flag, the old Spanish Empire flag. It's a pretty cool design. I mean, it has an X. It's a pretty simple design, but it's pretty iconic and simple, which is what the flag is good at. Wait. So if the U.S. extended territory, I'm just gonna put it in question mark. So any flags that are not a part of the 60 states or DC, the 60 states or provinces or DC, is gonna be put in the question mark. So Alaska, just like kind of the disconnected, one of the disconnected territories of the U.S. This flag actually looks pretty nice. It's a pretty straightforward flag with just with the North Star. I think there's a flag that does the North Star a bit better than Alaska's. But Alaska's too is a good flag. I put them in B tier. Now, Albuquerque, what is this? What am I looking at? What? What is this? What's Albuquerque's flag? This flag actually looks ugly. I know how the mount. I give them this. The seal kinda looks good, but why would you copy a bad? It's only the top part. Like, you're not part of England. You were part of the British Empire. You were part of Britain, which was part of England. Yes, yeah. But this is not the way that we show your history like that. No, no, no. I'm gonna put you in D because you always your mount and shield kind of looks good. And these flags, I don't even know. Now, Arizona's flag with the star and the stripes, it does look like a nicer flag. I know it's definitely nicer than Albuquerque's flag. My God. Flag's absolutely terrible. Now, Arizona, I think they're gonna be put on the same tier with Alaska because it's not as it doesn't deserve the A tier because it's not a symbol. It either has to be symbol and iconic or look or the seal. If it's a seal based one, the seal has to look good enough. To be in an A tier. Or a B tier if it's a seal based one. The seal has to be good. Arkansas, basic. It's just very basic. This flag is average. It's just like a diamond, which is the name Arkansas, which is just 4 stars representing how the nation that Arkansas was taken over by France, Spain, in the Confederacy, and the U.S. So I'm gonna put them in average here because they're not really the best. It's not no, not bad. It's not. It's not good. It's not, but it's not bad. So that's like the average C tier. This, on the other hand, ooh, this flag looks amazing. This is Colombia's flag, but oh, in with the bullets. I think this is one of the best flags that we use a history. Like we use a history of being part of the British Empire, even though it's literally called British Columbia. So why would it not be a Union Jack? This one is the best way to show the history out of the Canadian provinces. So I'm gonna put this in A tier of Alabama. It's so close to being an S tier, but it doesn't get to that level where it actually feels good enough to get into the S tier. Now the California Republic is the iconic flag. Just a bear. They look like he's walking on grass. It has a star. It has the name California Republic on it. It's just a good flag in general. But I do like the more simpler sign when they were an independent country. The bear was more simple. I like that version better, but this one is still good. This one still gets the B tier. Listen to the B tier. Well, Colorado, it's okay. The C standing for Colorado is okay. The colors, the stripes are okay. The dark blue's okay. The white's okay. Colorado flag is just like the same as Arkansas. Okay. So I'm gonna put them in C tier. Connecticut. This is not this one that's gonna be just of the seal, not the actual flag. So Connecticut seal, pretty much, it's just like a seal that shows the grapes. This is the only flag that pretty much shows purple. Or at least the flag that shows the most purple. Always out of everything here. Connecticut's unique. I'm gonna put them in C tier. Because they have good things about the flag, but they also have bad things going for the flag. Delaware, well, kinda did make the worst move possible. Having a date on the flag. I don't know why they would add a date to the flag, but it just said, okay, let's add a date to our flag. Trying to figure out that people know Delaware as the forgotten third state of the United States. The diamond's okay. And the seal is okay. But I think it's kind of like, I think it's better than Albert, but it's on the same tier, D tier. For the, I think it's the same tier with Alabama, but the seal. The seal is like, just okay. It doesn't really change anything, no. But I do think it does. The spice still really doesn't add anything. So I'm just gonna put it in the same tier as Alabama. Pretty much they look identical. Georgia, the flag kind of looks like the Confederacy's flag, but with the seal. The flag, It's okay of a flag. Not the best. It's kind of like a B. It's kind of in between a B or a low B or a high C. I think it's gonna be in the B tier just because it actually does have some history to it. On to Hawaii. Now Hawaii is like the flag has a Union Jack, has some stripes, kind of like the U.S. flag, but with blue stripes too. It's kind of like the U.S. flag, but with the Union Jack and the blue. But it kind of does look like what what the own U.S. flag was when they were a colony of the British Empire. Luckily, they got out of. Now, this flag kind of does have good history to it. I probably give this if you had a plus, neutral, and minus. I put this at a high B. Not as good as British Columbia's flag, but it is very good. Idaho, the Swiss Justice Shield, because that's all they have. Well, the shield's okay. It's just like two men standing right next to past the glass. So I think this is also another C tier flag. Now let's do Illinois. Chicago has a way better flag than you. Don't you know that? Illinois. This shoe actually looks disgusting. It looks so much worse than like Turkey. At least the shoe actually has one positive. I don't have any positives about the flag. So I think we're gonna have it be in the high F tier. Next is Indiana. So Indiana and Alaska's flags are pretty similar, but the only difference is they have a torch in the flag. I do like the torch better than how Alaska uses their flag. So I think it's pretty much a low A tier for me. It's a decent flag. I think it does compared to Alabama, British Columbia, and Florida's flags. Now Iowa just copied the front flag, add their name, and add an eagle to it. They just copied it. The same way Florida copied Alabama. They copied the Spanish Empire. Well, the French flag's a good flag in itself. Oh, if it didn't have the seal, and it was just the French flag, would give it an A tier. But since it does, I will give it a B tier. And make it neutral B tier. Kansas, this is what's also the seal is just this open plain. It reflects where they're at, the Great Plains, pretty well, but the seal's pretty basic. And all the basic seal like Connecticut and Idaho. Want a good seal. Now Kentucky seal is like, uh, it's well, it has good things about it, but it has more bad things than good things. Like United, we if we're United, we we United we stand, divided we fall. That's a good part of the flag, but the people in the flag kinda not, just look pretty basic. and it's just a white circle. So I think this is gonna be a high D tier flag. Uh, well, Louisiana's flag has a pelican feeding the pelicans with their own blood. It's a unique feel. I give that. I give it a low B tier of seals. It's not the worst seal. Though, it's not like the C tier seals. It's a bit higher than those C tier seals. Main seal. This is a way better seal than like the C tiers and the D tiers. Are we just having good showing good presentation of what the state do about. They have pine tree with a moose in the center of the seal. The lady and the man, they look like lumberjacks, which is to represent the pine tree state. I do like Maine's older flag better than the basic seal flag, but it still gets a neutral B. It still gets a basic B for me. No, Manitoba. We're also going to talk about this with Ontario's flag because both of them are pretty much similar, but only by one difference. Well, Manitoba's flag is basically based on the old Canadian flag. There you go. When Canada was still owned by Britain, or partially owned. The buffalo. This one has the buffalo. I will tell you what Ontario had to receive the flag, but I think it's really good history. This one does get a high B for me. Maryland kinda has one of those best good good flags like British Columbia. It gets good. It's really, really good of a flag. It does the flag job really well. No. I think mainly it just gets it's a neutral S tier for me. This is how good the flag is. No, Massachusetts. It's a white backbone with a seal. A Native American on the seal, which kind of gives you a bit of history about the Native Americans and how Native Americans, when America didn't have, say, the Western Territory and none of it was claimed, they kind of were considered Native Americans hunting for themselves, and they didn't have to be held by a government. But it's so much better to be held by a government because you actually don't have to be hunting for yourself. Good. But Massachusetts does have very good history to it. So I'm just gonna give it a neutral B like Maine. Now, Michigan is one of those unique flags where it actually shows moose. Kind of like Maine's, but the moose. Oh, wait. Not moose, it's deers. It's one of those more unique flags because this is the only flag that shows deer. That show a deer in their flag. No, Vermont also has a deer, I think. But this one actually uses the deer to the best. But I think this just like a pretty basic flag. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's pretty basic of a flag. Minnesota. Do I have to say more? I don't think they even use the seal anymore. They got rid of the seal because it was bad. It was so bad of a seal. They had to change it, and they didn't always even change the seal to affect the new seal. They just kept the same flag and leave the old seal there. This is the worst of the worst. Where was in Illinois? Missouri? Try. Never. Is that Luxembourg or the Netherlands? I think it's in between Luxembourg and the Netherlands with the seal, the bears, and the seal. I think I think this hybrid is unique. I give this one a high B, cause it's a unique flag. Montana, with this the seal is actually good. We have a good seal with the name Montana, and they have a sunset with a waterfall and some mountains and some grass. This is a good seal. I will give this a high B. I know this is just a seal, but it's a good seal. Don't get me wrong. If you don't think this is a good seal, then what's going on with your brain? Nebraska. Let's look at the seal. They swapped the cow from they made it a yellow and seal instead of just the seal on the flag looks different than the actual seal. It looks like just a man in a coal mine. But I'm sorry. Colorado mainly has those coal mines. And Alaska mainly was considered the gold rush between Canada and the U.S. It's pretty much being just pretty much. This one doesn't really show the state that well, but kind of shows Alaska and Colorado better. I think this is just an average flag, an average C. Nevada. With those words, battle born on the left corner of a star and Nevada. The words are pretty bold. It's a pretty cool words. I think the words does get into B tier. But low B tier. New Brunswick. That flag's actually. Oh my gosh, that flag actually looks amazing. A bow on the water, sailing away, into the ocean. Even though Nova Scotia mainly owns the coast, it's more like a border of the Pacific Ocean. But this one, I definitely think this is the same level as Maryland, and just a neutral S tier. That's how good this flag actually is, in my opinion. New Finland and Labrador flag. It's a futuristic looking flag. With these weird pieces, dark blue pieces on a white background with some red triangles and It kind of looks like a missile there, but it's unique. But it's not really the best that Canada has. This is really not that good from Canadian flag standards. But out of this does get a high C. I think this probably is the worst flag out of all of them. I know what they were going for with the futuristic theme, but it really feels like the flag is incomplete. New Hampshire. They kind of did like New Brunswick did with the ship, even though they barely have a coastline. And they're sailing in the water. There's some land with the U.S. Like some U.S. flags and the 13 colonies flag. I will give this a high B. It actually is a really good flag as it actually uses sailing, which is unique. New Jersey. New Jersey's flag is kind of unique with this orange color, which I don't think this is super rare to see in a flag. It's just an orange background. Points for that for uniqueness. But I think what's going on in New Jersey is what's appealing. There's two people, a shield and a horse. The horse is pretty cool, but the people are pretty much just okay. I will give this a neutral B. New Mexico has the best flag in the Union. It's so simple, but it's so good at the same time. Who designed this flag? I want to know who designed this flag and whoever designed this flag and handshake, because this flag is actually one of the best flags in the Union. S+2. New York. New York is kind of like the same way as New Jersey. It kind of has the same setup, but it has a dark blue background, which makes New Jersey's better in the background thing. But their shield is way better than New Jersey's. The person on the left actually looks like the person that usually on the Supreme Court, or that the judges have, right next to them, the same lady. And I do like the Grove and the Eagle really well. I do think this is an B plus. North Carolina. They kind of do look like Texas's flag, which everyone knows Texas's flag. But they just put the North Carolina on it and and gave dates. Which is a modern team move, but it doesn't really knock them down that much. But it does knock them out of A tier. But they do get a B plus tier flag. North Dakota. Pretty basic. Actually, this seal kinda is meh. Meh actually means not good, slightly bad. The eagle doesn't really look the best, and the spiky design is unique, giving them a high D tier flag. I don't know what this flag is, so we're gonna move on to Nova Scotia. What? This flag kind of does look like Scotland, but with a seal on top. Scotland's it's kind of like the border thing. Like they added their seal to it. This actually does look like a pretty good flag. I will give them an A minus. Nunavut. They did something unique with the flag. They actually just put a big statue, like a big stone statue, at a star, and a pretty unique way of using yellow and white. So I'm gonna give this an A, better than Nova Scotia's flag. Ohio. This flag is unique. This is probably the most unique flag out of the U.S. and Canadian flags because it's got a completely different shape. You don't see this you don't see the shape of this flag that often. You don't get to see the shape in the pole because it's all the way in Asia. This flag is unique. I give it the same tier that I gave Nunavut, which is an A. Oklahoma. This flag's okay. Massachusetts probably does the Native American thing better than just a simple shield. I give this flag a C plus. Ontario. Well, this is pretty much like Manitoba, and it's pretty much a history flag, like Manitoba's. But the seal does look better than Manitoba's. So I'm gonna actually give this flag an A minus. A tier above the seal wing. So, Oregon front. Oregon front is okay. It's like the C tier seals. It's pretty basic, but not bad. But Oregon back, it has a beaver, and it's pretty simple. It's a blue background with a beaver. A pretty good flag. I will give this a B plus tier. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's flag is unique because it has black horses, which is unique because this is the only time that we get to see black horses. New Jersey had normal horses. The black horses do look nice, and this seal does look very nice for the state. So I am gonna give this an A minus tier. Not as good as any of the other A's, but it is gonna still get the A minus tier. Prince Edward Island. Ooh, this flag is like New Brunswick. Good. But I don't think it's as good as New Brunswick's flag. It does have the same, they did copy each other with the top part. With this tiger, I think. But the trees are super unique, and this super unique, like white, red color is super unique. A plus tier. Almost an S minus. You are so close to being an S minus Prince Edward Island. And nobody barely even knows the province of Prince Edward Island. I don't even know what Prince Edward Island even is. It's just an island. What that borders New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Puerto Rico. Let's do Puerto Rico because everyone thinks Puerto Rico's a useful territory. No, Puerto Rico's flag is pretty simple. It just has a star. It's kind of like the U.S.'s flag, but like Czechoslovakia, if Czechoslovakia and U.S. became one, but without the 50 stars, of course. I think this flag does get a new A B plus. Quebec. Quebec is like a flag where it just calls back to the Friends. This flag was always used for Quebec. Quebec was a province that had Quebec City. Quebec actually has a pretty good flag. Similar to like some of the other flags. I don't think this is the best flag of the Canadian provinces, but it is still a really good flag. I will give this a B plus tier like Puerto Rico. Rhode Island. Rhode Island, the smallest state, has a really good flag. With the anchor and with 13 stars representing the 13 colonies, that's the word hope. I think it does make it the A tier. I think this is the best flag out of New England. A minus. It's pretty similar to Prince Edward Island in the New Brunswick is pretty similar to Rhode Island, and they're trying to do a sailing boutique, and it works well for both of them. On to the Saskatchewan. This flag kind of has like a green, yellow color to the flag. It's pretty unique. Unique colors. They have the shield on the green, and they don't use a full shield, which the full shield I think has. It's like you should just use a full shield at that point. The flower is pretty nice. I do think this is a B tier. This is the same rank as Puerto Rico and Quebec. South Carolina. Oh my, we keep on getting above C tier flags. Really? This flag actually kind of has a palm tree and like a moon on the side, a crest moon. It's a pretty good design of a flag. I do think this does deserve to be in the A tier. South Dakota on here, I don't think even makes it the B tier. It's just news. It's just okay. Not as bad as North, but it is just okay. I think this is a C tier flag. Now, Tennessee. This is a red background with 3 stars. I do think it does have a good history with this. They have free for the free division of the state. That's good, and I even if they didn't have that, I would still give them B minus. But with that, I will give them just a B. Texas. This flag's iconic. Can I say more? This flag is like so iconic at this point. The iconic, like, big white strip and the red strip and the blue side thing with the big star, the Lone Star. It's so iconic at this point. This does get an A tier, an A plus tier. It's the same with Prince Edward Island. It's close to an A minus. Well, DC. DC, the District of Columbia. I thought I was gonna see this flag area, but I think they're going by Washington DC, not DC. Well, DC is kind of like a good city flag. And it's a good, like, for the district. It's a very good flag. In my opinion. This flag does. I think this flag gets a B plus for me. Actually, you know what? A minus. Why am I saying A minus? Because this is like the same situation as. But they barely get into the A minus tier. But because it's a very good flag. It's a good flag. And one of these random random provinces. There we go. The North Territories look like they're up next. Northwest Territory, the best name, I think. It's a very cool name. The best name in Canada, in my opinion. They just call themselves the Northwest Territories. Because they are north and they are west. Makes sense. But the flag kind of looks like the Canadian flag, but with the blue lines are kind of like smaller. No, I think actually they do look like the Canadian flag. And the shield has like a kind of like Nova Scotia, like Scotland orientation. The wolf in the shield in the red and like these bricks, I think, on the northwest shield. Yeah, this flag is good. This flag gets an A tier. Utah, and this is the old Utah flag. No, this flag's okay. It does get a C tier. But if I like the new flag, it would get an A plus. It actually is a very good, unique flag. A plus tier. Now, Vermont. Vermont is like is like okay too. It's like the same thing as Utah. Utah's old flag. It's okay. The deal is nice though. So I will give them a C plus. Maine did the tree and the moose better. Because it was the pine tree state. The Green Mountain state. I thought I was gonna see mountains. I do see mountains, but I thought the mountains would be the main focus of the flag. Virginia, this is the best year of the Union. I have to tell you that. It actually shows violence in the flag. That flag wasn't scared to show violence. It's finally. And because of that, I do think this flag does get an A tier. Not an A plus tier compared to any of the other flags. But like Pennsylvania, one of the better shields of the Union. Washington State, it is like a really, like, just so simple. Like just a green background with Washington's face on it. And it kind of looks like the dollar bill. What more can I say? Simple. B plus tier for being simple. West Virginia. This shield is also pretty decent. And how they actually use the flag is also pretty decent. With a like white in the center and a like dark blue outline. Like things surrounding the flag. You got kinda well Wyoming kinda did that too. And Prince Edward Island, but this one kinda does it the least well. But I am still gonna give them a B plus. Wisconsin is a D tier. I can just tell you, it's a D tier flag. It's absolutely bad. It's a it's a D minus. It's bad. It is an absolutely terrible flag. It's too basic. It's way too basic. And not a good way. What's Mississippi? I didn't see it yet. No. Wyoming. Wait, there is no Mississippi. So, Wyoming. Their flag is good. It is an iconic flag. In my opinion. So, A tier. And last off is the Canadian province of Yukon. Yukon is like people think of Yukon as the province that borders Alaska. Even though British Columbia also borders it. But Yukon really is that just that like territory that borders Alaska. Well, the flag kind of has this like green stripe, a white stripe, and a blue stripe. The seal is a shield with these red trees with yellow dots and with some flowers and a wolf. This flag is kind of like the same as Northwest Territory. Same level, A tier, because it's good. It's good like Northwest Territories. And that's the end of the tier list. Let's go from the bottom, the worst to the best. Let's go from east here, climbing up. So in the worst of the worst, we have Minnesota. Minnesota's flag is not that good. It's absolutely terrible. It's the worst in the Union. Like, who designed this? Who designed this? In the F tier, we have Illinois. a very bad seal. If the seal was better, I probably would have gave a seal tier. In D tier, we have Wisconsin, Kentucky, North Dakota, Delaware, and Albert. Pretty lame seals. And North Dakota isn't their seal. It's just a lame, flag design. C tier. Vermont, Utah, South Dakota, Oregon, and new lumber New Lumbador. Was that? I don't know if that was correct. Oklahoma, Nebraska, Michigan, Kansas, Idaho, Connecticut, Colorado, and Arkansas. It's either okay seals or just okay designs of the flags. But now we get into the juicy stuff. In the B tier, we have West Virginia, Washington, Kentucky, Saskatchewan, Puerto Rico, Quebec, Oregon, North Carolina, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Nevada, Montana, Missouri, Massachusetts, Manitoba, Louisiana, Maine, Idaho, Hawaii, Georgia, California, Arizona, and Alaska. Either good seal design or good flag design. These flags are where you actually want to see the flag. You actually think the flag is actually a good flag. Now we get into the really juicy stuff in the A tier. At the A tier we have Yukon, Wyoming, Virginia, Northwest Territory, DC, Texas, South Carolina, Rhode Island, Prince Edward Island, Pennsylvania, Ontario, Ohio, Nunavut, Nova Scotia. Actually, Nova Scotia's flag kind of looks similar to Alabama and Florida's flag. I just noticed that. Indiana, Florida, British Columbia, and Alabama. These flags are great seal designs or even awesome seal design. Not just actually, they're either great designs or awesome seal design. And in Pennsylvania's and Virginia's case, they are pretty much the best seals. Virginia's pretty much better seal than Pennsylvania. It's pretty much the best seal in the country. And in the country of the US. And now, the best of the best, the S tier. These things had a whoever designed these flags are really talented at designing a flag. In the S tier, we have New Mexico, New Brunswick, and Maryland. These flags are almost perfect or almost completely perfect of flags. New Brunswick especially, like that ocean where the boat's sitting. And that is just really good seal design. And New Brunswick is the best flag of Canada. In my opinion. And Maryland is just an iconic, like, using, like, using checkerboard, like, type of style for one of them, but swapping the white with with orange, and then this, like this, like, white and red design swap with for the other two spots is really unique. And the best flag of the Union is New Mexico because it's so simple. The best flag of the US and the best flag of all these flags. Okay, this has been a very long video. If you guys liked it, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Okay, bye.